Thank you, God, for a new day. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy, but most of all, that favor. Thank you, God. Thank you. Oh, that you will continue to bless me indeed. Enlarge my territory. Keep your hand with me. Keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain or harm to anybody, but that I may focus on the direction that you have given me. Welcome to Tiffany Davis Speaks. I'm so blessed, but most of all, I have that joy from the inside. I'm not looking for happiness. I'm not looking for anything other than the joy, because I know what it means to have that temporary happiness. Sometimes we wake up in the morning and we want happiness. We want to know that when our day starts that we're going to be happy today. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that joy from within that God gives me, that I may go out and pass along to somebody else. Today is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Have you ever just woke up and you just so happy and you just get that favor? You wake up and usually the first thing that we do is pick up our cell phone and we scroll on social media. That's not what I do. When I wake up, I pick up my phone. And when I pick up my phone, I pick up the Bible app, or I reach over on my nightstand and I grab my Bible. And I'm just so thankful that I'm able to do that. But most of all, I'm thankful for the day that he has given me. And that's why I always say, today is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it, because there's some that won't get that opportunity. And because I know that there's some that won't get that opportunity, I am excited. I'm excited about what he's about to do next. I'm excited about what he's already laid in front of me. I know sometimes I always tell my children when they ask, what's for dinner? In the morning time during breakfast, I tell them that we haven't even got that far, but I've gotten far enough this morning to thank him in advance for what he's about to do next. See, the reason why that I thank him in advance for what he's about to do next is because that's that faith that I have. That's that mustard seed that he's already told me that if I have just a mustard seed size of faith, that he can enlarge and expand my territory. We're coming into a new season. We're about 20 days, maybe a little less than 20 days into a new season. And when seasons come, we all know that change comes. Are you prepared for change? Are you prepared for what's next? Are you going to set a resolution, or are you going to step forward with God? Are you going to allow him to control your life? Are you going to allow him to take the wheel? See, for me, I allow him to take the wheel because it's too big for me. On Wednesdays during my prayer call, I always tell everyone, you can't handle it anyway. So you may as well give it up, because you can't handle it because it's too big. So my listeners, today, I'm here to tell you the same thing. Today on December the 14th, I'm here to tell you that it's too big for you. You can't handle it. Whatever it is, you must surrender and you must submit and you must give it up. Each day that I wake up, I'm expecting something. I'm expecting God to do something. I'm expecting when I go to the mailbox that there's a check in it. This is real. I'm expecting that something great is going to happen. I'm expecting the next promotion, and not just the promotion on work, but the promotion that God will give me, because I've already asked God to order my steps. I've already asked God to take control of my life. And in this new season that we're coming up in 2022, I'm not going to focus on what happened in 2021. And I'm not going to focus on what happened in 2019, because they're behind us. I also suggest to you, my listeners, that you don't focus on what's behind you, but focus on what is the step in front of you that God has laid the path. See, he's already ordered your steps, but it's up to you to decide to take them. It's up to you to decide to throw your hands in the air and let him know that you're ready to ride with him, that you no longer want to be in the driver's seat. You want to be in the passenger seat. See, what I know is that I'm grateful, but most of all, I'm thankful. And I do know that I'm blessed. I'm not going to walk around any other way but to let you know that I'm blessed. But the good news is you are also blessed. The good news is you are no different than I am. You are his child, and he will take care of you just like he takes care of me. All you have to do is let him know that you can't handle it. All you have to let him know is that he's not on the shelf, off the shelf God. You can't put him on the shelf when it's convenient for you and then take him back off when you need him. See, I walk around with him all day, everywhere I go, worshiping and praising, even on the bad days, because every day won't be good. I'm not here to tell you that it will be, but every day with God will be okay. And it will pass. Anything that you're going through, it will pass with him, and he will take care of it. We got to understand that when we get out of our own way, God will open the doors. He will magnify you. He will allow you to know that all you need to do is glorify and worship him. All you need to do is stand in his will, not your will. It says, thy will be done. And when it says thy will be done, that's exactly what it be. I used to be upset when God gave me a no, but each and every day that he wakes me up, he gives me a yes. So I stand in his will, even with his no's, because I know that there's doors that are still opening. I know that there's gates that are still opening. And I know that there's breakthroughs that are coming. Again, I mentioned earlier in the season, we have a season approaching, and that's 2022. Are you going to be prepared for 2022? Let me tell you a little story how you could be prepared. Coming up in the new year, you could start off right. Many people don't believe that going to church on a New Year's Eve will do the job. But if he gives you another opportunity today, I suggest that you go before him, that you start worshiping, and that you start praising, and most of all, that you start thanking him for the moment that he's given you, that you start thanking him and worshiping him and praising, even in your hell, even in your storm, even what it may be going through. And if you're not going through anything and you're at that flatline moment, let him know that you're thankful for that moment also. Because what I know is that one day you'll be on the mountaintop, and it is possible for him to keep you there for quite a while. So I ask that you study him. I ask that you learn him. I ask that you get around some Bible believing, Bible teaching folks. I know it may seem in listening to this podcast that I may be moving a little fast, but when the Spirit hits me, he tells me you better go use your voice, because I've given your voice as a gift. This gift that I've given you, you must use. We all have gifts. Every person that's listening to this podcast right now has a gift. You must use that gift that God gives you. So what I know is that it took me quite some time to understand that this is what my gift was. It took me some time to understand that I had to stand in his will and not my own. I had to be prepared for what he had for me next. I get on my knees every day, and when I pray, I say to him, oh, that you would bless me indeed, that you would enlarge my territory, that you would keep your hand with me, keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain or harm to anybody. And that's what I stand on. That's his word. That's his word, not mine. So it's my job to be nice. Not to just be nice because I want to, because I want to be God-like. It's my job to be kind and show others that I truly want to walk and stand in his will, and I want to be like him. It's my job to forgive no matter what or who comes up against me. I know in this podcast, I told you we will walk through that, and we will do just that. So right now, this morning, I'm excited. I woke up really excited this morning because he gave me another chance. And when I got up, I didn't have an ache in my body. I didn't have a pain in my body because he told me to stand up and face him. Because when I face him, everything will be all right. When I stand beside him, everything will be all right. He'll go before me for those that will come before me, so I don't have to worry. No matter what comes up against me, just trust in him with all my heart. I can't lean on my own understanding, because that won't work either. And it won't work for you. Don't lean onto your own understanding. Trust him with everything you have, good, bad, or indifferent. Give your children over to him. They don't understand. I always say when my children walk out the door, I don't know who they are. So before they walk out the door, I lay my hands on them and I worship and praise over them and allow God to know to place the armor over them. Because when he places the armor over them, it's my prayer, but my trust and my hope in him that I've given them to him, so I don't have to worry about even what comes up against them. I truly trust my Father. I truly trust the will. I truly stand in his will and giving it all over to him. I strongly suggest that you also do the same. Each and every day is a gift. It's that grace. I've talked about it all the time. I will continue to talk about it. It's led me on the right path. It's taken over my life, and I'm thankful for that. Hold on to his unchanging hand. He will take care of you each and every day that you give him the opportunity. I couldn't help but get on here this morning to worship and praise and thank him. I thank him in advance. I thank him for the check in the mail. I thank him for the promotion. I thank him for my car being protected while I'm on the highway. I thank him for placing the armor over me, but most importantly, for placing the armor over my children. I even thank him for placing the armor over everybody that's listening. We're on a journey, and it's a new season coming up. You're not who you were. So you don't have to worry about who you were in the past, because the you that you're becoming is not who you were. So don't focus on what people think. Don't focus on what's happening before you. All you need to do is focus on the master. See, when you spend time with the master and you put Christ at the center of your life, everything will come together. They tell my prayer warriors and those that I pray with, I draw a circle. And I'll give you some time to even get a piece of paper for this. But I draw a circle, and in that circle, I write Christ because I'm thankful. And at the bottom of it, I know in that circle, I draw that circle, and I understand that Christ, I have to spend time with the master. I have to spend time with him so that he can direct my path so I'm not going in the wrong direction. And when I spend time with him and I stay in the circle with him and I let him be the center of my life, I know that all will be well with my soul. I know that even when somebody comes up against me, I won't go back up against them because God said the vengeance is his. So I wait on him. I don't handle it myself because it's too big for me. I've watched so many times that when I let God handle anything that comes up against me, I can rejoice afterwards, not in a bad way, but I thank God for saving those that come up against me, because we're in a situation in the society now where we're not in our right mind. That's something else that I thank God for every single morning. I thank him for waking me up in my right mind more than even having my body move, because if he wakes me up in my right mind, everything else will come together. So I thank him right now for waking me up in my right mind, that I can get up here right now at this moment and talk to you, that we can rejoice together, that we can celebrate together, that you understand that every day that he wakes you up, I strongly suggest that you serve him. I strongly suggest that you rejoice in knowing that he's a game changer. Nothing else is a game changer. God is a game changer. We don't have to want to be like somebody else. I want to be like God. I want to serve the master. I want to dance like David danced. I want to praise like David praised. I want to worship like David praised. And I want to stand available to his will. A new season is coming. 2022 is fast approaching. Don't set a resolution that you're not going to stick to. Put the master at the center, and everything else will be available to you. I know that. I trust that. I'm excited about today. I'm excited that he gave me another opportunity, but most of all, that he gave me another opportunity to talk to you. I'm excited that he's using my voice. I'm excited that if even only one person gets this, somebody's got it. And I'm standing in his will, and I'm standing in his direction, and I'm moving forward with the steps that he's ordered. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for all my listeners. I'm thankful that you would tune in each and every week. I'm thankful that you would also pass this along to somebody that may need it. We're in a weeping time. I told my prayer warriors a while ago, we're in a weeping season when we were in COVID. But even in that weeping season, joy came in the morning. And what I know is that although you weep, joy will come in the morning. So don't worry about the weeping season. Rejoice in your weeping season also. I'm thankful. 2 years ago, COVID came. And I worshiped and praised through it. I didn't have it. And if I did, I didn't know, because I kept worshiping and praising through all the health challenges that did come, even with my family. I stand on the word. I know that he's a healer. I know that he will heal my family by the stripes. So I don't panic. I pray. I strongly suggest you do the same thing, that you get up and you pray each and every morning. You pray throughout the day. And if you don't know how, all you need to do is commune with him, communicate with him. You will learn. Everyone always asks me, how did I learn how to pray? I was spending time with the master, and the master taught me how to pray. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that he didn't give up on me. But most of all, I'm thankful that he saved me from myself. You may not understand that, so let me help you understand that. In Luke 9:23, he said, then he said to them all, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up the cross daily and follow me. When I gave my life over to Christ, that's what I decided to do. There's no old Tiffany. There's no longer a Tiffany that was in my past, because he made me fresh and anew. But most of all, he saved me from myself. Some of you on here are listening and also needs to be saved from yourself. Some of you on here also are walking on life support. You may not understand what that means, but you're hanging on by the thin thread because you can't decide what life you want to live. I decided that I no longer wanted to live that life. So I decided that I took up the cross. And I decided that I would follow him. And ever since that moment and ever since that day, it's been a game changer, but most of all, a life changer. Stand in his will. His word says, thy will be done. You can't handle it, so you might as well give it over to him. It's too big for you. What I also know is that trust in him with everything that you got. Keep your eyes and your heart on him. Love, forgive, love, and forgive more. You be blessed. Your ears are attached to my voice. There's someone out there whose destiny is tied to my obedience to the call of God. Pain made me pray.
and prayer made me powerful. When God saved me from myself, I decided that I would take this journey, but I don't want to take it alone. Please like, subscribe, comment, but most of all, share to Tiffany Davis Speaks podcast, where my voice is attached to your ears. Be blessed.